Well, there are fears the market will rise 166 points today with Russian troops now in Kharkiv as BP, on the subject of oil, BP abandons its 19.75% stake in the Russian oil giant Rosneft. Joining us live is Peter Switzer, founder of the Switzer Report. How big a move is that, and what do you expect to happen to the markets beyond that, Pete?
Yes, it's an interesting one, Pete. That 166-point rise on the ASX futures was linked to Saturday morning, and that was before the Russian troops went into the second city. I think it's called Kharkiv. And so that's going to be one negative against that 166-point rise that's expected. But the other part, this BP story, is a really interesting one. BBC reports that something like, what have I got here? I've got a $2.7 billion profit contribution came from this Russian company, Rosneft, to BHP's profits. That's about a fifth of its total. So you expect the fact that they're going to divest, take this $25 billion hit, and ultimately want to dispose of these assets. You think BP share price has to fall. You have to think Rosneft share price has to fall. And so there's going to be a lot of negativity thrown into the stock market because of this, a very bold and very, I guess, corporate citizen-like decision by BP. But uncertainty always creates difficulties for stock markets. So it's going to be interesting to see how our market reacts today as one of the first that opens up with this news all out there.
When it comes to these sanctions, Pete, Russia's got huge currency reserves. It's almost like Putin's been readying the nation for this. He believes and he has assured the business community that Russia will be able to withstand whatever was to come. But for how long, do you wonder?
Yeah, and also, Peter, I think he possibly would underestimate the fact that some very wealthy Russians would have holdings in companies like Rosneft, and all the other ones are going to be negatively affected. So effectively, their wealth is going to be undermined quite substantially by the international reaction. Think of the wheat sellers in Russia and all that sort of stuff. Putin's powerful, but if there's one thing that a dictator really has difficulty dealing with is when he starts undermining the wealth of his supporter base. And a lot of the wealth he may well have supported him until this particular move. So it's going to be interesting. I don't know how long he can last for, but certainly if the sanctions really hurt the powerful Russian wealthy supporters of Putin, it really could lead to something very, very interesting.
Okay, Peter Switzer, thank you.